Where the hell have you been?
Oh, I don't even know where to begin. I did a couple Tom Ford suit reviews. There was that Harrington project. I mean, I did some retrospects. Look, all in all, I've been enjoying death. David Zaritsky from the Bond Experience, reporting for duty. Oh.
Ran out of drink where you were, did they?
No, actually, I've got like 3 bars in my house. Yeah, I've got issues.
Why didn't you call?
Well, as part of this restraining order that Eon has on me, I'm not allowed to speak or fraternize to any of the principal actors, and that would include you. Come to think of it, they're not going to be too happy about this break-in. But I just wanted to find out from you if you know who the new Bond is going to be.
I made a judgment call.
Yeah. Well, I have this vlog, and I can get the word out to a lot of people. I feel like you might be spilling the beans potentially to some other online influencer agent.
It was the possibility of losing you, or the certainty of losing all those other agents.
Oh, so you did leak it out to another online blogger or vlogger. I hope it wasn't that Joe Darlington guy or Marcos or, God forbid, what's Daniel wearing? Please tell me you didn't.
What do you expect, a bloody apology? You know the rules of the game. You've been playing it long enough. We both have.
Tell me about it. You know, April 5th is going to be our 5th year anniversary for the Bond Experience, and I gotta tell you, I'm still feeling pretty fresh.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I think I just did. So how about an exclusive for a guy who's trying to keep this franchise alive in between movies?
No.
Man, I knew you weren't going to tell me anything.
If you believe that, why did you come back?
Well, to be honest, heard that you maybe sold Bond's flat and thought you might have some screen-used items, shirts, shoes, what have you.
And you know we need you.
Oh, so now you need me. Uh-huh. Well, you know, you're a bit of a softie after all. But listen, don't worry. Even after all these years, we've got plenty of vlog topics. I'm not going anywhere.
The shower might be in order.
Yeah, that was a bit unkind of you, but it's nice to know you're not above a body odor joke.
Should have called.
Okay, all right. Can I have your digits? Can I have your mobile? Maybe next time I'm in town.
Well, you're bloody well not sleeping here.
Who said anything about sleep? Well, hello, we are back. We're back for another retrospective. This time we are going back to SkyFall. What are these retrospectives all about? Well, first of all, it's not just about rehashing the same thing. What we like to do is explore some different collectibles, wardrobe pieces, and things like that that really haven't been highlighted before in a lot of the vlogs and blogs and discussions out there. But we also like to insert 1 or 2 little surprises, 2 new reviews, either frugal things or things that some of the Bond brands are doing to really keep that Bond moment, that experience alive. And that's what these things are all about. The last one with Casino Royale seemed very popular, and you're asking yourself, David, why, judging by that opening, are you doing Skyfall? You're jumping around. Isn't Quantum next? Patience. Patience. We are going to be talking about Quantum. We're going to be doing Spectre. We're going to get there, but we're waiting for pieces to come in. Let's just start. So first of all, I am wearing something that is a couple years old. This is my American Apparel screen accurate shirt that you see in that last picture just before we bounced on here that Bond is wearing when he's kind of being retrained. He's kind of getting back into the swing of things, and everybody saw him working out in this and said, I want that thing. What is it? And it was identified as American Apparel. What's really cool about this is not so cool for American Apparel, is they're going out of business. So these baby thermals, and that's what this is. This is a, let me get the right thing. It is a, we can get in really close to and see if that comes out. Probably not, but there we go. It is a baby thermal. This one's a large t-shirt, long sleeve thermal in navy. You want to get navy, folks. A lot of you out there are getting the wrong color. Get the navy one. By the way, this one is brand new, and you can see the difference in colors of a couple years versus brand new, but these things hold up really well. Pricing, because American Apparel is going out of business and they're clearing these out, you can get them for $6 if you walk into the store. I didn't get this one for $6, but you can get them for $12, $20. I mean, you're not going to pay more than that. Retail was $28. Point is they aren't going to be around any longer. You want to get yours. By the way, let's talk about the fit. The feel is great, super soft. This one is a large. You can see it fits me well. It's not too tight. It's not, suction cupped to my body. I probably could do a medium, but I prefer a large. I'm kind of hanging around the house. The large fits really well, fits well in the back. It's got that kind of Bond look to it. You can see kind of in the chest, it's not hugging too tight. And if I lift my arms up, you can see it's not billowing out. The sleeves are really great. This feels great. I've got a couple of these just because it's kind of nice to live in. But let's look at some other aspects of SkyFall. Some of the lesser known things are, well, things as simple as the Parker Urban pens. So several Parker pens can be seen on the desk of M in her new office and during the public inquiry with the minister. And in the new underground MI6 office, we could see 3 Parker pens on M's desk. You can see them here. This basically is a chrome trim, a Parker Urban black CT roller ball. And during the public inquiry with the minister, M holds a Parker Vector Matte Black CT Rollerball pen. That is a mouthful. But the nice thing is these pens are still available. It's really impossible to see which one is laying next to the laptop on M's desk, but they are in there. And the most notable appearance of the Parker pen is obviously Bond's stainless steel Parker Jotter and Goldeneye, but this acts as a nice little nod and homage. One of the things I really liked about SkyFall was the Bond girls, the Bond women, and Severine is a memorable one, obviously played by Bernice Marlowe. One of the things that everybody seems to focus on are the Swarovski crystal, the pieces. There was a lot of different ones in there. We'll talk about those in a second. But what a lot of people don't focus on is in the bar itself, this amazing little Pierre Cardin black lacquer lighter. You remember the lighter's laying on the bar in the Macau casino. We see a close-up of the lighter when Bond grabs Severine's hand to stop her from leaving the bar. It sees a lot of action time. It's really cool. First of all, it's still available. It's like £30. You can find it on Amazon.co.uk. But it's got these great satin silver sides, and it's got all these different model numbers, but this is the one that you want to get. You can find it in a lot of different places, but it's a nice little kind of subtle piece. By the way, it happens to make a great lighter as well. When it came to the Swarovski SkyFall earrings, necklace, and rings, people had a lot of different choices. They could get the double snake one, they could get the earrings, they could get the necklace. I wound up getting quite a few of the pieces from the line just because they really fit in with the character very well. And by the way, the necklace itself, I think that was one of my favorite pieces from the film. I did under the guise of getting it for my wife, but this was, I know, designed by Stephen Webster. It was part of the bigger collection. You could see this one in the poster. You can see her wearing this black bamboo pendant, the pierced earrings, and even the Queen Cobra double ring. I wound up getting the single ring, but these have become very, very scarce, difficult to find, so it's kind of fun to put them in the collection. what do they say? Little things mean a lot. This is the Phonak Invisity Flex miniature receiver. So you remember that James Bond wears one of these when he goes into the Macau casino. He wears the earpiece in the right ear and uses it to communicate with Eve. And we all remember that scene. Now we can assume that Eve also wears the earpiece, although it's not shown in the film, but Bond's earpiece can be spotted when he drops in an Eve champagne glass. It is a classic scene. And you can see some of the details right here. A very, very subtle small piece. There you go with the actual emblem. The small little, everybody thinks this is an antenna. This is actually to position the earpiece in somebody's ear. But it's a great nod. I don't know if that one's covered with champagne. Maybe it is. But, you know, interestingly enough, they used these same earpieces in the scenes where Silver's locked in the glass chamber to actually relay the lines of the actors outside the glass back to Javier Bardem. And, you know, it's a great little piece that's not only functional, but it's got kind of a beauty type of thing to it from a gadget standpoint as well. By the way, you can see that my SkyFall collection is pretty much littered with these types of floating dragon casino chips. I mean, these were made by Cartamundi. They never fail. This was coming in a kind of a big case. What I really liked about this, it had 150 professional quality poker chips amongst the cards, amongst a nice container. What I loved about it is the really nod to accuracy, which is always great. By the way, these can still be found every now and then, but they really add to the collection, kind of strewing them about like this. Who doesn't love the 3M Peltor 861 FA British Army Ear Defenders? I know there was a lot of speculation about what these were in the film, but this is what they were. And the nice thing is that the Peltor, it's a passive hearing protector designed for different military conditions, but here we know it. This has been a kind of a used pair, but obviously in great condition. It takes the military noise from handheld weapons and vehicles during combat and obviously helps to neutralize it. They've got a very low profile to fit under ballistic helmets. That's why you've got this kind of low profile moment here. And sealing rings filled with fluid and foam to provide optimal sealing and low contact pressure. That is crazy talk. So this is what he wears with the Adidas Gazelle 2 shoes, the blue jogging pants, the training jacket, etc. That's what you see in the film there. And there's tiny little markings that are really, really hard to pick up on here. I'll try to kind of bring this to the camera as much as possible. But you can see those are the types of markings that you want to look at. The stainless steel wire band. Just this way you have the best protection, and you know that if you own these things, you've actually gone out to the shooting range with them, haven't we all? The Oliver Brown Setter Skies, well, these are probably one of the most popular things. I'm sure a lot of us own them. Try to squeeze into them after some Whole30 activity, but these are the ones that you can see. Basically the swimming shorts that he wears when he's, well, it's really London Four Seasons Hotel in Canary Wharf, but they feature adjustable engraved tabs at the side. If you haven't worn them, you know that they do have a zip fly, single press stud close. This is very, very good for Bond. I mean, they have kind of a 1950s look to them, shorter length, tailored fits, reminiscent of Sean Connery style shorts. And of course, they still carry them because they're incredibly popular being used in SkyFall. It's a nice piece, especially from an All About Brown standpoint. You know, we're fans of the brand, so it's really easy to talk about it. Now, of course, you got to have what I call a whoopsie moment. So everybody went out there, they got their brush, you know, with the, sometimes the old ways are better. We got the wood shave bowls that are absolutely beautiful. Now, the wood shave bowls are made by the same company that was correct for the film, but Old Taylor. That is another brand that is, again, you know, one of these wonderful old stalwart brands in London. That's who actually did the bowls and the contents and even the brush for those scenes. But we all went out and we got our florist ones. Still same type of bowl, so don't be too sad. But, you know, if it's all about accuracy, you need to go out and get the correct one. So arguably one of the most iconic looks from SkyFall is the Pea Coat that Bond wears when he is in Shanghai. And here it is. Here is the original Billy Reid Pea Coat. Listen, we're not going to go over this in fine detail because there's plenty of vlogs that I've done on this. It's the 100% wool one. It's not the nylon and wool one that they did later. It's got that great kind of navy midnight blue still. This is the one I got originally around the movie. It's in great shape. Of course it is. It's made of wool. And by the way, unlined. A lot of you know the details. It's got the leather in the back, that kind of brownish black leather. Unlined, people are like, oh, isn't it cold? No, it's actually warmer because it's unlined. Body temperature, natural fabric, it all works together, the horn buttons, etc. And by the way, we've got kind of the whole look here. If I can bring this little puppy a little bit closer, you've got, you know, the John Smedley Bobby sweater. I'm wearing the Tom Ford sunglasses. Why am I doing that? You've got the Koss shirt, the Koss tie. You've got all the parts and pieces. Even when he meets Patrice, I've got the little cap here. But the reality is we're not really here to talk about this one because it's been talked about a lot, but rather an entire legacy of Bond Pea Coats from Billy Reid. And what I love about this brand, and you've seen some of the journals on it as I bring out this wardrobe, is that they keep reinventing. They keep doing these kind of amalgamations of the coat, and they just keep getting better. So this one that I have here, this kind of beigeish blonde one, if I can kind of bring up some of the detail, this is the cashmere one. This is cashmere and wool. You can see that it's got the brown leather accents both behind the collar, which is a trademark of the Billy Reid Pea Coat, as well as the cut of the lapel, etc. But what I love about this one is it's worn for a different temperature. I know that you've seen us talk about this one, but if I can come in a little bit close to show you the cashmere, look at this. It doesn't have that stiffness of the other wool one. It is soft. It is like a baby blanket. And what I loved about this is you know, if the blonde colored, if the beige color was not your thing as I shape the collar, well, that's fine. I mean, you could see the fit on this. And by the way, this is a size small. So I have a medium in the wool one. This is a size small. It fits me really well. It's got a little bit more of a slouch. So I wanted to get a size small. And if that color is not your, hello, camera, where did you go? If that is not your cup of tea, then they also did it in the traditional navy. So then this is also the Cashmere Blend one. I'll get up close so you can see some of that. The cashmere on that. And again, it is probably best for, I would say, anywhere from 40 to 55 degree Fahrenheit. You probably want to stay within that range. And again, very much that kind of Bond Pea Coat type of look that we've all come to really appreciate. But check this out. All right, now we're going to go to the left of Bond, to this one. What is this, you say? Well, this is the one. Perhaps you were dragged to this movie. I have no idea. If you did, my condolences. But this is the one, the Billy Reid Bond Pea Coat. And I'm going to get up close because this has a really interesting marling that I don't know if you can see on camera. Yeah, you can kind of pick. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's there. But this is actually from 50 Shades Grayer or 50 Shades Darker, whatever that nearly porn movie is. Not really porn. But this one is a size medium, so it's a bit big on me. But it's got that, again, cut. It is a different type of wool. The wool nylon is not as stiff, but you can see that it's got that same kind of look and feel. By the way, this is a medium, and you can see the mediums have gotten a little bit big on me, and hopefully that's because of the Whole 30 I was on. By the way, if you've ever done Whole 30, it's like a weird diet out there. My condolences to you. Pretty tough. Anyway, that is very cool, and it shows a different type of movie, but that's actually not what this is about. This is what this is about. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. So we got this giant box from Billy Reid, and I promise you, we have not opened it yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our handy dandy SkyFall knife, and we're going to open it and unbox it right in front of you. This is live, folks. It's really not live, right? Come on, David, get your terminology correct. But we're going to take a look at this and see what's in the box. So again, we know that this is an evolution of this. Oh, I've got a little, aw, look at that. It's like a little note pinned to that. Let me just put this box over here. And again, folks, I have not pre-opened this, but by the way, first of all, let's talk about some of the details. Love the suitor bag. Nice little Billy Reid suitor bag. Looks like it breathes really well. Let me put down this knife before I chop myself in half. And there is some sort of love letter tied to it. I don't know if it's a love letter. Let's see if we can open it. So it's got a nice little Billy Reid thing, and we're going to read the note. Boy, this envelope is going to be shredded. Fix yourselves a drink, folks. This is happening in real time. Thank you so much for getting this to you. Thank you for your support. All the best. Carlisle and Billy Reid, Florence team, thank you for your support. You've been very supportive of the fans and the people. And so I'm going to cheat a little bit. I actually know what this is, but I'm pretty excited about this because it is really a combination of several things coming together. First of all, let's get up close so you could see the real difference of this one. This is fur. Okay. So we all know, and we talked about it in What's Daniel Wearing and some of these other things, that right now, fur and more natural fabrics are very, very popular. And the reality is that they have brought this together. We've seen it on the Dior jacket. We've seen it on some of the other pieces. But now they've got a fur attachment, which actually does come off. By the way, nice Billy Reid hanger that I just threw. What am I doing? And again, this is, let me go inside here. This is a size small. So you can see some of the details. The fur on this is a Nutria. What is Nutria fur? Nutria fur is actually, and I hope I get this right, it is a more socially conscious fur. They're actually a rodent, like a beaver, that was released in Louisiana. They went rampant. They hunt them down because it's an overpopulation. It's almost like if rodents were to just take over New York City. And they have. But they use this Nutria because they have to thin out the herd of these Nutria animals anyway. So they used to just let the furs and carcasses rot everywhere. Now they actually repurpose those for warmth. And listen, folks, I'm not here to debate socially consciousness of fur. The reality is wool and horn buttons, and now this fur. It's a lot of natural pieces coming together. Okay. I've just put it on. First of all, the fit. Let's talk about the fit. Again, this is a small. I love the fit of this. I've worn gray pants so you could see kind of where it all separates a little bit. But one of the nice things is the profile. Now, I'm hoping this comes out against this black. I probably should have thought about this a little bit more, but I wanted this to be very natural, but very real time. It is a great profile. I like it to be very fitted. It feels fitted, but it doesn't feel constricting at all. You can see in the back, I still have plenty of movement. Can I hang from an elevator? Sure I can. Look at this. A lot of people said you can't hang from an elevator. Yeah, you can. You'd have no problem. But I'm really digging the fit of this. It's got that kind of fitted look. But check it out, folks. Let me get a little bit closer here. This is it. I mean, this is, the collar, you could still do probably the popping of the collar to give it even more height. But this Nutria fur collar is super soft. And trust me, I am sure between this thick, rather stiff wool, so it'll take a little bit of breaking in, and the fur collar, it is going to be perfect. Now, this fur collar, I happen to know for a fact, is removable. So let's see if the camera can pick up some of that detail. So behind the scenes, it's got these little things up here. If I get really close, let's check out the macro. There it is. There it is. See that? That actually hooks over that piece right there. Okay. And by the way, the leather accent in the back is a flat black, which is nice because this coat is black. It's not blue, it is black. It does have all of the pocket details that you've come to know and love, except it is a flat, almost matte black. The horn buttons are also black. And again, my apologies if my camera's having a heyday with this. Oh, there she blows. So you could see some of those details. But here's the deal. First of all, I love this jacket. When I saw this jacket, in their catalog. I coveted it because it is something a little bit different. It's very fashionable. It's still got that Bond lore. It's got that amazing Billy Reid quality. I'm sorry, folks, Billy Reid, amazing, amazing quality. The fit of this small is perfect on me. I can't wait to start breaking this in. But I got a big question mark, and you should too. Fashion doesn't always meet function. Yes, I'm not talking hanging from an elevator here. I'm talking about, can I go out and wear this in the wild and will it keep me warm? Is it based in reality, or is it something that is just good for the runway? Well, guess what, folks? Here at the Bond Experience, we try to experience these things in the real world. And guess what? We're having a major snowstorm today. 18 to 24 inches. It's going to be more like 12 to 16 inches. Exaggeration. We're actually going to try this out in the wild and see how it performs, see if it really keeps me warm. And I'm going to be honest. If I'm chilled, I'm going to say so. And this is all I'm wearing. This, American Apparel top. I'm going to put some boots on, and I've got these gray corduroys, and that's basically it. And we're going to see how this performs. So let's take a look. Oh, the things I do for all of you. First of all, it is snowing pretty badly out, and we got some sleet. But I've been out here for more than just a few minutes to really give this thing a test. And here I am. I will tell you my body is not cold. It's no surprise. What do we have? Well, obviously we've got the fur collar, which is keeping me nice and warm, nice and toasty. And by the way, staying dry. And we also have the wool, as you can see, repelling. Not so much repelling, but it's not getting saturated by the sleet that is coming down. Would I normally wear this fashionable of a jacket in this weather? Absolutely not, but we're putting this to the test. You may be caught in some place in Moscow, some other place where the polar bears and the penguins live. I don't know, but the reality is this thing is going to hold up. As you can see, well tested in the snow. It's really fit for only people dressed like this out there. So this is tested. By the way, I'm wearing some pretty measly thin leather gloves. I probably could be wearing something better. My fingers are a little cold, but my body's warm. My body's warm, and you can see in the daylight how absolutely amazing this jacket looks. And again, we'll get a little bit closer so you can appreciate this collar on here, which is absolutely beautiful. I'm really digging this coat. What I'm not digging is this weather. So we're gonna head inside and we'll show you a couple other pieces in the collection. I'm gonna go. Well, I'm glad we were able to do that. This was fun. I mean, we took a look at some of the parts and pieces that you don't normally see in SkyFall, a little retrospect, something new from Billy Reid. I love that we've kind of combined all these things, and we're going to have a lot more fun with Quantum of Solace and with Spectre in the future. So stay tuned for these retrospective. We're going to intersperse them with some of our regular things. Anyway, this has been David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Stay safe out there. We will see you very soon. Take care. Oh, hey, you're still here. I didn't even know. Listen, while you're here, if you want, so I would actually go to this button right here and click on it, because then you actually subscribe to our vlogs. It's amazing. You get to see all the upcoming stuff first. You get notifications. It screams at you while you're at work. It's absolutely amazing. Just click on this button, hit subscribe. Just move your cursor, move.